Hello friends, today we are going to study classification of services in service marketing. Following points we are going to study in detail with different examples in each and every point. First of all, let us understand meaning of service marketing. The American Marketing Association defines services as activities, benefits or satisfactions that are offered for sale or provided with the sale of goods to the customer, that is pre-sale and after-sale services. With the increasing importance of services in the global economy, service marketing has become a topic that needs to be studied separately. So now let us study classification of services in detail. Classification on the basis of service tangibility. Services can be classified into tangible offering, intangible services, rental goods services, own goods services and non-goods services. Type 1 Tangible offerings. In marketing, the word tangible refers to things that are physical, that is item that can be touched, seen, heard or smelled. For example, food services and dry cleaning services. Type 2 Intangible services. It means service is intangible. It is not something physical that you can see, touch or taste. For example, teaching and medical services. Type 3 Rental goods services. It is a type of service in which consumer lease or use goods for specified period of time. For example, hotel and lodging services and car rental. Type 4 Own goods services. It is a type of service retailing in which goods owned by the consumers. For example, laundry, cleaning and repair services. Type 5 Non-goods services. It is a type of service in which intangible personal service are offered to consumers who experience the services rather than possess them. For example, legal services, educational services, counseling services, etc. Classification on the basis of skills of service provider. Services can be provided by either highly skilled labor or unskilled labor. Type 1 Highly skilled labor. Some services require a higher level of qualification and training to provide services. For example, health medical services, engineering, accounting, research, management, etc. Type 2 Unskilled labor. These services do not require any specific skill and can be performed by anyone with some practice. For example, office security guard, babysitters, courier delivery boy, etc. Classification on the basis of goal of service provider. The services are differentiated according to the goals they pursue, whether they are for profit oriented or non-profit organization. Type 1 Profit oriented. The main objective here is to make a profit by providing services. They strive to do whether it takes to make a profit while keeping customers satisfied. For example, airlines, hotels or restaurants. Type 2 Non-profit oriented. The main objective here is to serve the target client without any motive to make any profit. Of course, money is needed to run such an organization and it comes from public donations, trust funds or government aid. For example, state-owned post offices, public library, etc. Classification on the basis of degree of labor intensiveness. Services may vary according to the extent of the labor involved. Thus, there can be equipment-based services or people-based services. Type 1 Equipment-based services. As the name suggests, it includes complete automated services. For example, ATM and vending machines. That is the kind of service offering through a machine with little or unskilled human intervention. Type 2 People-based services. People-based services can again be classified into unskilled workers like guards and cleaning services, skilled workers for painting, singing, and professionals like engineering, management consulting, medical services, etc. Classification on the basis of degree of customer contact. Organization can have high or low contact depending on the time a customer spend with the service provider. Type 1 high contact services. High contact services are those in which the client spend hours, days or weeks in the service system. For example, hospitality industry and education. Type 2 low contact services. Low contact service is one in which contact with the service system varies from a few minutes to a few hours. For example, appliance repair services, postal services, etc. Classification on the basis of place and time. Services can be classified on the basis of the place and time of service delivery. Thus, there can be service side, customer side, and service delivery services. Type 1 service side. In the case of a service at the service site, the customer must visit the service site to take the advantage of the service. For example, watching a movie in a theater. Type 2 customer side. In customer side services, the service is delivered to the customer. For example, home delivery of food items. Type 3 service delivery. Service delivery involves the interaction between the customer and the service provider through a physical channel. For example, online reservation of airlines, railway tickets, etc. Classification on the basis of demand and supply. Some service organizations can be classified according to the demand for the service and the ability of the service organizations to match the demand. Therefore, the grouping can be classified as stable, where there is a constant demand for the services. For example, colleges. Or it can be categorized as fluctuating, where demand is not constant over a period of time. For example, hotel industry. Friends, thank you for watching my video. If you like my video, then please subscribe to my channel Management by Dr. Mitul Dhimar and share my videos. Thank you.